Hello and welcome back to the ProgHat channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. Really appreciate it. Folks, I'm back with another video. I've been inspired by lots of videos here lately that I've been watching about my favorite genre of music. It's time to get back to it. Prog rock. Yes, that is correct. I know on my video finds and some of my own music reviews, I talk about other music than prog, but if you go way back to some of my videos, you'll see that I have talked about some prog rock bands or krautrock rock bands and stuff to that effect. So, I was just thinking also before I made this video too, when I first got into prog music, and hopefully this will make sense, I didn't know it was called prog rock or prog fusion or prog jazz. And so when I was buying albums by Yes back in the early 80s, late 70s, or records by King Crimson or Genesis, I wasn't thinking, oh man, I'm hip, I'm cool, I'm into prog rock. I just wanted to hear music that I really enjoy and music that I enjoy today. Now, my video is my top 10 favorite prog bands of all time. And there can be, and I'm not here to stir the pot. I'm not saying my list is better than yours. I'm not saying, I'm not here to argue about that these are prog bands. Some may disagree. I know there's always that little case for argument. You could be right. I could be wrong. Hey, but so let me get right to it. 10 of my favorite prog bands of all time. At number 10, and I'm going to go from 10 and on up. At number 10, Van der Graaf Generator. And this is their album, The Least We Can Do Is Wave to Each Other, which is one of my favorite records. Now, for this countdown, I just picked out a record that I like by the band. But this is one of my favorite albums. I love the artwork. I love the music on here. It's one of my favorite titles for an album. I mean, The Least We Can Do Is Wave to Each Other. I mean, such a great, solid record. And this one is a reissue, and it sounds just fine. Okay, folks, moving to number 9 is Gentle Giant in a Glass House. I love this record. We all know that one track, prog fans that out there, that begins with that sound of broken glass. I have to admit, when I first heard that, I didn't know what that was. I thought it was something else going on in the house, and then later I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute! No, it's the music. It's the beginning of the track." But yes, this is one of my favorite albums by them, In a Glass House. Such a good record, and it's on that WWA. Okay, moving on to number 8. From what I remember about this album, this was a blind buy and one of those clearance bins. And it just sounded interesting to me. The title, the name, and the artwork. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a chance on it. Here I am now, a big fan. At number 7, Camel, album that I chose was Rain Dances. I love this record. Such a great record. Of course, my favorite tune is the track called Elk. But here's another example of a great guitar player, Andy Lattimore. Come on. Why is he not talked up in guitar circles like people like Steve Howe or Robert Fripp? First Light is a good track on here. Alrighty, folks. Let's see here. 10, 9, 8. At number 7, Trilogy by ELP. I love ELP. And I have to agree with the Prog Corner. I don't think this is an overrated band at all. I think at times, for some reason, folks may have forgotten about this great powerhouse band. Great musicians. My wife, Mrs. ProgHat, is a fan of Carl Palmer on drums. She thinks that he is a very great drummer. Right? Moving on. At number 6, I chose Thick as a Brick. Jethro Tull is my 6. Loved JT Tull. Excuse me, I can't even talk. Jethro Tull. Such a great band. I mean, the song that got me into the band as a kid, later on, whenever I got that 8-track as a kid, was the Best of Jethro Tull Volume 1. We're all familiar with that. And there was the song Skating on the Thin Ice of a New Day. Oh, love that song. All right, folks, at number 5. This album still blows me away. A lot of these records, they're not dated to me. That's just my opinion. Not here to stir the pot. These records are not dated to me. These still sound fresh, and I play these quite often. So at number 5, King Crimson, the album that just blew my ears off when I was listening to headphones in my early teens. Love this record. What do we got on here? We got, of course, The Court of a Crimson King, 21st Century Schizoid, man, the track that just, man, it kind of freaked me out at first, but love it, love it. I Talk to the Wind, just epic, epic. Love this. All right, folks, we're getting close to number 1 now. At number 4, Genesis. And I was trying to think of how I got into Genesis. And it wasn't when they were just 3 guys either. I just thought of it. I got into Genesis when I bought that album that has The Silent Sun. I love that album. Genesis to Revelation. That got me into Genesis. Lo and behold, I didn't know they were going to come out and be more proggish. Now, I know later on, hey, they are still a great band, and I still love those records. Abacat, Invisible Touch, and then there were 3. I still love those records. But here's the one I chose. Number 4, folks, Genesis, Nursery Crime. I love this album so much. I was sometimes wondering if something political is going on here, hacking away at these idols' heads. What can you say about this album? This album is just perfect. I just love it from beginning to end. All right, folks, at number 3, these last 3 bands mean a lot to me. They're very personal bands. I still listen to their records and buy their music. I probably bought their music in all these formats over and over. And whenever I find a used copy, it comes home with me, but these next 3 bands. And also, me and my brother used to sit and listen to these records together and enjoy them, try to figure out how to play them on the guitar. You know, this is before internet. This is before tablature. This is before now, hey, let me show you how to play a Farewell of the Kings. So I really relied on my brother, who had a better ear than me and a very better guitar player than me. So at number 3, folks, and I picked Farewell of the Kings, Rush, baby. I've been listening to this album quite a bit on my Spotify in the car. Made me a playlist. But yeah, this album right here, what can you say? Xanadu, epic. Farewell of the Kings, epic. Closer to the Heart, epic. Cinderella Man, I don't know how to say that. Monduro and Cygnus X-1. Folks, love this album from the beginning. I love this artwork. This album right here, Xanadu, gives me chills every time I listen to that song. Number 2, the album, one of the first album I ever bought when I got my first paycheck working in a grocery store. Now, this is not that copy. This is a used copy I found wherever, but I chose Adam Hart, Mother. Number 2, folks, for me is Pink Floyd, and I do consider them prog. Adam Hart, Mother, I love this record. And my favorite label is the Harvest Records label. So this album sounds perfect. I love Adam Hart, Mother. Folks, if you ever get that double disc CD, the BB Sessions, there's a real bluesy version of Adam Hart, Mother that they played live on the BBC. And number 2, folks, for me, it's Pink Floyd. Now, number 1, you might know what it is. Another album that me and my brother cherish and listen to quite a bit. In fact, not years ago, we went on a fishing trip and we listened to another album by this band. The whole time we got in the car and, we're on our fishing trip and we listened to it on our way home. Number 1 for me, folks, is Yes. This is the album right here, Close to the Edge, that I picked. The album that me and my brother listened to on our fishing trip was Fragile. What an album with 3 epic prog pieces. This is a masterpiece to me. I love this album from beginning to end. And I don't remember how old I was, but when I actually listened to it at headphones, the album is much deep and vast, and it just comes out of a canyon and just raises the music to it all. I mean, it just, you just get captivated and captured. I just love the music on this album. Bill Bruford, John Anderson, Steve Howe, Chris Squire, and Rick Wakeman. This is one of the gems in their catalog. Close to the Edge. There you go, folks. Those are my top 10 favorite prog bands. I might come back and do another, like from 11 to 20, because there's a lot of bands, a lot of prog bands. I'm still discovering new prog bands. In fact, the other day I did a video where I showed a band called, I'm trying to think how you say it, Planetoid. Great album, Telepath. Really, really super cool. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please think about if you'd like to subscribe to the ProgHat channel. I was really excited about doing this video. I hope you like it. Hit the thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.